What is up, everyone? My name is Dylan, and we're going to be reviewing Exogate Initiative, or I like to call it Stargate at Home. It is a early access game put out April 18th, 2023, and it's just seen some major updates. So major, in fact, that I had to redo all my footage because my save got bricked. Not to the fault of the creator. I think it's great that they're adding stuff. I just wish I wouldn't have had such bad timing. So, let's get into it, shall we? Okay, so before we begin, a little bit of background on the game. Like I said, this is Stargate at Home. It is a loose homage to Stargate. We have a corporate-run exoplanet exploration team and company. You have to control a large myriad of people, and you have to manage power and stuff like that. You also have to provide basic stuff for all your people. It's very similar to Evil Geniuses. If you're, hold on. I saw something. Till, what are you doing? Standing in your britches over here. Anyway, so it's very similar to Evil Geniuses in that you kind of control different sections and sectors and stuff. I'm a big fan of it. I've played it on stream, played the whole game all the way through, at least at the time what was in the game. And you kind of create teams of experts that have different fields and everything, and you send them out to exoplanets, and cool sci-fi things can happen. Or, like these people, came back from a mission, they have exomaterials that we can refine and then sell or turn into gear, and they're all engineers, and they all got injured, so they'll have to go to my med bay. The game recently, like I said, had a giant update. The update added a xenorace. This is what the overworld looks like. It added a xenorace, which are on planets that are labeled with this. And what it is it's a competing faction. I have not run into them in this game yet. Actually, I take that back. I believe these people are owned by them. So the evil faction is owned by a different group, and they basically compete for resources on this map. Their homeworld is in a different section of the galaxy, and thus you may not run into them, or you may run into them super fast. I was reading Steam reviews, and before the update, it had a very positive review on average. But the update has moved that to a mixed, which is not a good sign. Mixed is pretty bad when you go from that many reviews all positive to mixed. So there's definitely some balancing issues. I heard some people say that like the homeworld for the alien faction could be like right here, and they just like capture everything around Earth before you even get a chance. So maybe it's, maybe postpone buying this 6 months if you want to. Or I've been playing for about 6 hours on this save and have had no issues. So we're going to do our standard metrics for reviewing the game. We got graphics, gameplay, loop, music, viability, and then if there's any mega additional points for modding. So let's start with graphics, shall we? On the graphics, it's very similar to a lot of other games in the genre. So like Evil Geniuses is pretty much the exact same. It kind of reminds me of Two Point Hospital or something like that. Everything is very readable from far away. Like these are obviously something like a reactor, obviously some beds, stuff like that. And then everything is easily readable, so that's a positive. But it's not unique. So this is my refinery. We bring our exometals here, and they get turned into different types of metals, and we can then sell those or use this bench to make stuff with them. Overall, I'm giving it a 6 out of 10 because I wish that they would do a little bit more to distinguish themselves from other games in this top-down corpo style game. For gameplay, for what it is, I believe it has a lot of features that are very, very tight and work really well together. So, let's kind of go through some of the basics. First, you have to hire people. That's all a pretty good little system. Every month, certain jobs will have pluses. So, like if you go to recruit scientists this month, you'll get more opportunities, and they'll usually be better candidates. And the opposite for diplomats. You then take those people after you recruit them, and you shuffle them into 3-man teams, or you leave them unassigned, and they'll stay in the base. Anyone that's not on a mission will basically take their off time to do base tasks like refining metals or doing scientific research or providing medical care. And as you can see, I've got lots of different ones. A lot of them are going to be scientist based because the game progresses using a science system. So, like this one's 2 scientists and a medic, 2 scientists and a soldier, medic, soldier, scientist. And then you're going to have a lot of like just engineers. They're going to be the people that just go off planet and get you exomaterials to make stuff out of. So I've got a lot of those teams. I do have a couple of ones like this one. So if we want to introduce ourselves to an alien faction, we would send them. This is a soldier, a medic, and a diplomat. Or I'm sorry. This is okay, I changed it. So this is my diplomacy team. It has a soldier, a diplomat, and a medic. We send them. Anytime you go to a planet, there's a chance to have like random events happen. And depending on who you have with you, you might get special interactions. So that's kind of a cool set of gameplay things. Different combinations are good at different things. Different planets give different things. So a lot of them, they're all marked, as you can see, under the actual planet. And you go to the ones you want. So this one will have a relic on it. Alien species, scientific inquiry. Let's see. Some sort of exomaterial. And then there's some that are just like XP. So like this one. And those just level up your guys faster. Each planet's given a pretty cool little rank. So this one's like rank 1, rank 3, rank 5. And that's just the level on average your people should be when you send them there. And then sometimes they also have other requirements. So like this one is a level 6, but it also requires light exosuits with a separate upgrade called air filtering. And so having that stuff kind of makes it a little bit more complex, adds to your chain, and that kind of goes into the loop. So for gameplay, I'm giving it a 6, just because there's a few things I wish they would hash out, make a little bit more distinction, add a little bit more you can do to planets after you're done with them. So as you can see, none of these have anything left for me to get. I can get some information from planets after you've explored them by doing scientific expeditions, but it's pretty lackluster, and it takes a lot of resources to do it. For the loop, what you're going to be doing is basically just going to planets. So I've got all these people up here. They're all set up to do reoccurring missions, and they're going to go out. They're going to get materials. They're going to bring them back. They're going to put, if they're scientific, they're going to put them in either specimen pods or fauna or flora pods or fauna pods. And then they'll basically observe those. You'll get scientific points up here. And then also you'll get breakthroughs that you can use to write patents. You use patents to make all your money, aside from selling exometals. So as you can see, I'm combining all of these together for a regeneration patent that'll be worth somewhere between that. And that's kind of how you fund yourself. You're just a business, like anything else. And every month, different combinations of patents will be up and down. So regenerations +5 is up this month, radiation resistance down. So like what I'm doing is, as you can see, I've got like a legendary here for textile. I'm waiting for a month where textile is up so that I can combine this one, and this one and make a really good one. Aside from that, you can kind of see your finances up here. It's all laid out pretty easily. Let's see, monthly budget. So we went down. Our patents brought in 165,000. We spent 180 on salaries, but we also made 56,000 selling Astral, which is an exometal. The people can like participate in different activities. There's lots of different rooms to use, as you can see down here. Just for the expediency of getting this playthrough to where I can do a review of it, I have not done Alien Invasion. There's a mechanic in the game where you're basically fighting the replicators from Stargate, and they don't like you, so they send attackers through the gate. So generally, you would set up like basically a guard station here, and you would hire a bunch of soldiers and leave them in your base. And the only thing they do is fight the guys when they come in. I turned that off. It's probably the worst part of the game. It's actually what a lot of people are having issues with, is because not only are you having issues with the regular replicators coming in once you find them, you're also having issues with the new factions invading you if you go to war with them. So that's something to be worked out. Probably just needs some fine tuning. Aside from that, it's pretty basic when it comes to like caring for your guys. So it's not a lot to worry about. You have these little robots that fill up your vending machines. Your people then go eat it. So for the loop, it's real relaxing. You don't have to worry about a lot, but you can kind of micromanage stuff as you want to. I'm giving it a 7 out of 10. Overall, just there's not a lot I would improve, but there are things that could be improved if you also improve the gameplay mechanics. The music and sound effects are great. They're a 7 out of 10. Overall, you click on a person, you can follow them around. It makes different noises depending on what they're doing. The sounds go off every time the exogate starts so that you know that somebody's walking through it. It's very impactful when they call in from planets and stuff. It will have like birds chirping in the background and all that stuff that makes it very immersive. Let's find a planet to go to. See if we can't get an event to happen. Let's contact with where's our diplomat? So it's a level 4. This team's a little low level, but we're going to send him anyway. Scholar soldier. Oh, we need a scholar and a soldier. Okay. Oh, this is an artifact mission. Whatever. It's fine. So we're going to send him. I guess I take that back. We actually haven't run into any alien intelligences yet. We've just run into flora and fauna. So we might not have the ability to really use our diplomats, but we have them. Later, you can even like meet friendly aliens and recruit them in, and they have like special abilities. Like some of them produce energy, some of them can like, fight better and all sorts of stuff. There's quite a few. So for music, it's one of those games where you can just have the sound on, or just relax in, chill into it, and it's never gonna like sit there and repeat. It's gonna be similar sounds, but there's enough ambient stuff going on that it's kind of like it kind of scratches that part of your brain where you need it to scratch. Viability, the community is active. As you can tell, I mean, you don't go from being very positive to mixed within a week and not have an active community. Insect-like species is relaxing and playing with warm water, swimming, sailing, and surfing. And then you have options down here you can pick. Sometimes they don't really do anything. These are just kind of flavor. Sometimes they'll use the different stats of your people, and sometimes they have a % chance to fail, and that'll all be shown on here. It's really good with how it's laid out. Like water boatmen. Okay. It's quite a discovery. How should we see? The water looks tempting. Learn about them. And the best way is by getting your feet wet. So we've got a couple of options here. We were hoping you say that. Good job. We packed our bathing suits. Any particular activities you'd like to experience? So we have surfing. With the composition of our team, we have scientist, which is necessary for this option. Body and perception. We only have a 55% chance of winning. Or we can swim. Our body results give us 75%. Generally, if we have a class-specific option, it's going to be harder but better rewards. But I think in this case, just for the sake of the video, we'll do the 75. As you can see, we passed, and it's going to just kind of give you a log of everything that happened. And then they're going to give you a report of what happened. So they're just going to swim. I'm glad you had a good time. And then since we have a scholar, we can document it for posterity, which means we might have an ability to go talk to them again. All of our people got affinity for each other. Your team has like cohesion. So it behooves you to make teams that don't move around a lot. Also, everyone gets XP, and we got some science points. So they come back. We got a bunch of XP, as you can see, and they're all stoked. So, like I was talking about, for viability, the community is active. It has a modding scene, but it's recent. Like, he's just now put it in. You can actually, so if we save the game, save, yes, and go to the main menu, you can actually create your own scenarios now. Whoop. You can do an event creator right here, event editor, and you can create your own and then place them onto Workshop. And so it's kind of got a near infinite amount of events. Like I said, it's very early in the stages. I'm only going to give it a +1 on the modding score because it doesn't fundamentally change the game. The game loop is still the same. The game mechanics are still the same, but it does give you a lot of flavor. And it lets you, if you have a trope that you love from Stargate or Star Wars or Star Trek, you could put it in there if you want. And then you can share that with your friends. So that's kind of cool. Viability, the creator takes this game seriously. He loves making it. He is incredibly active. He is willing to accept feedback. In fact, with the update and the fact that people are kind of mad, he put a pop-up screen the first time you load after you update it that asks for feedback and asks you to join his community Discord so that you can give feedback to him directly. Love it. Love it. So I'm giving it a 7 out of 10. It's been out for over a year. It's made some strides. I think that on the developer side, he gets all 5 points. Now, the only thing I can say is we're losing some points on low community. It's not as big as I'd like it to be super viable. However, the guy is trucking along. So this game gets a 32 out of 50, and I would highly recommend it. If you like science fiction or base building games that are like a top-down dungeon keeper-y style game, highly recommend. If not, throw it on your wish list. It often goes on sale for like 20-25%. And I'm sure you could snag it for even more once it comes out in 1.0. I think this is a game that will be a lot of fun for a lot of people for several hours. I put on stream I want to say we put about 20 hours into it, doing our playthrough without the largest update he had just done. It's got a cool storyline, and it's incredibly good. It's got lots of funny little, like callbacks to different shows and stuff. So, just wanted to share this with you because it's one of the ones I am most looking forward to, and I hope you have a great day. And let me thank you all for checking out that Zompiercer video. It is now probably one of my most successful videos, and I really appreciate that. If you would like to, I stream Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and Sunday. We are currently streaming Starfield, and we are currently streaming the Metro series. We are on the second game, Last Light. If you're interested, we stream at 9 p.m. Central. So come join us and hang out. I usually try to stay pretty chill, and we don't really talk about politics or anything like that. So if you're just looking for a place to kind of get away from it all, let me know. I'll be there.